Hey church fam, what up? Welcome to the church channel. Guys, have you ever asked yourself the question, am I ready for a dating relationship? What are some signs that I can look for to know if I'm ready or if the person that I might like is ready to date or to entertain a dating relationship? Let me just make a small plug here. On this channel, we have done a series called Debunking the Myth of both churchmen and churchwomen. The links will be in the description, where you will hear various perspectives from both men and women of our churches as to how we ought to date or the different myths that surrounding dating relationships in the church. So after you're through watching this video, you can just go ahead down in the description and click one of the link which will take you to one of those videos. Alright, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscription button, and right beside it is the notification bell. Click that bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload fresh content to the channel. Also, leave your feedback in the comment section, and if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video. So the topic of dating in our churches is oftentimes, well, in most of our churches, it's really a taboo topic. A lot of persons believe that we should not date as Christians. There are some persons who believe that we should date. However, it must be within the confines of scriptures and ensure that your Christian integrity is intact while you do so. So we'll be discussing some signs that you can look for to know what person is healthy for a dating relationship, and even if you yourself is healthy for a dating relationship. All right, so the first sign that you ought to look for is a sign of spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity is important in dating. What spiritual maturity does is it helps you to strive for more of God. A person who is spiritually mature is usually a person who desires God, who wants to grow in God, who has a longing for God or for more of God to be exposed in their lives. So you find that this person will strive to entertain godly living. And this is important in dating because that person will be a person who is most likely to erect boundaries to ensure that his faith, his spirituality does not come under scrutiny, or it doesn't come under pressure by the relationship. A person who will ensure that the Christian integrity is intact as they date. So you have to ensure that you are spiritually mature, or a next person that you are dating is spiritually mature. Just above here, you will see a link. That link will take you to a video which will go more in depth into spiritual maturity to know if you're spiritually mature, or signs of a spiritual mature believer. So you can go ahead and click the link to watch that video. So guys, spiritual maturity is key because it helps you to erect the correct boundaries as you strive to entertain a dating relationship. All right, and that boundaries, of course, are boundaries that will help you to ensure that your faith is intact, that your relationship with God is not tampered with while you date. All right, so spiritual maturity is key. Also, it's important that you look for emotional maturity. Now, emotional mature persons are persons who oftentimes strive to use or operate in the correct emotions within particular contexts. It is important that you know how emotionally mature you are, because you will find yourself not applying the correct emotion to situation that cause you to not only tamper with your faith but also to hurt the next person or even hurt yourself. Emotional maturity helps you control your anger, control your jealousy, control your libido, control all of these emotions that springs at you during time of dating, because clearly you are dating someone that you are attracted to, and attraction and these chemical dopamine and so on that will be released in your body, and you know all of these things will come at you from time to time. Now, emotional maturity along with spiritual maturity helps you to govern how you operate within these contexts, or you operate when these things spring upon you, how to deal with them, what you need to do, how to exit, how to run away from certain things, how to avoid youthful lust, how to deal with all of these things. So emotional maturity is important. All right. Now, the next thing that I want you to focus on when dating is to ensure that you are dating with purpose. A lot of persons just date because they feel like, oh, I am at the age of 18 now, or parents give a permission to hang out with friends. Persons just date because they feel like I can date at this time. No, you have to date with purpose. What are your intentions in dating? And I'm going to come to that shortly, but I want to speak specifically on the issue of purpose. You must have a goal in mind, and that goal when you date is for marriage. And that's the kind of dating that we're talking about, because we know that there are many various kinds of dating. There are social dating, where you just hang out with a group of friends, a group of you just probably go out and have some food at a restaurant, you go to the movies, you just go to the park and so on. That's not the kind of dating that I'm talking about. I'm talking about dating that will lead now to marriage, and that has to be the purpose of your dating. So if you see someone that you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is not somebody that I will see myself marrying, or this is not somebody that I'm attracted to for marriage, then please leave the person alone. It makes no sense you jump into dating with the person and then you decided that after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you decided that, oh, all right, next, and you skip the page and you move on to someone else. That causes hurt, it causes harm, it causes pain, it causes a lot of baggage that you don't want to have. So it is important that you have a clear purpose as to my purpose in dating you is really for marriage. That is why we started this. I don't know. Now, bear this in mind and note this carefully. I don't know if I am going to marry that person. That is key. Doesn't mean that you date someone and then once you are dating this person, then marriage will have to come next. Marriage is next. No. But that is your purpose. So you are dating with marriage in view. So if the signs that you are seeing in dating are not signs that you want to spend the rest of your life with, then of course, then you're going to need to exit that relationship. But at least you know that what you're looking for, you're looking through the lens of marriage. You're saying that I want to get to know you to know if I want to marry you. Because you cannot just look on a person from outside and know, oh, I want to marry this person. Yes, she might have a beautiful face, but perhaps her character is not one that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So yeah, you have to date with purpose. So the next point, which should be a follow-up to dating with purpose, is to be very clear of your intentions. Now, in dating, you ought to let the person know exactly what their intentions are. For example, if you do not see yourself getting married until you finish school, because there are some persons who are in college, there are some persons who are at different stage in their lives, and they say that I'm not ready until 2 years, 3 years down the line. You need to let the person know that your intention is not to get married before the next 3 years. So the person at least know exactly what they're getting themselves into, what they are waiting on, and all of that. Because oftentimes we jump into dating relationships out of, I like the person and hoping that this thing can become something. And you know that you are not going to get married to this person for now, or you know that, I am not at that stage yet. And what you find is that by giving this person the impression, because the person perhaps wants to get married in the next year, the person probably is thinking about getting married before 3 years' time, when you state your intention, the person knows without a doubt that this is what they are getting themselves into. So therefore it means that it's either they are going to work with it or they are going to leave it. But at least your intention was clear that this is what I am about. this is what I'm striving to, this is what I am, this is the line that I'm going down, so you know before you come on board. Because coming on board and then saying that, oh, you hurt me, or you lead me on, or, you know, I'm ready to get married now and you are not, then why you have me wasting my time and all of that argument and baggage and chaos. You would have avoided that by stating your intention from the inception that I am not ready to get married before the next 3 years. I need to finish school. I need to have this in place. I need to have that in place. I'm working on a project now that that's my goal first before, this is your 10-year plan, this is your short-term goal, a long-term goal, stuff like that. So the person knows exactly where you are at emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of the alleys, and will apply themselves into it, or they will leave it. All right, so be very clear about your intentions. And finally, you see, video shark. So, and finally, be careful of your investment in a dating relationship. Now, this is key, because oftentimes we get caught up in our emotions, we get caught up in our feelings, and perhaps you believe that this is the person that you spend the rest of your life with, and you invest things that you cannot get back or replace in that relationship, and you find that you spend a lot of your life regretting what you have given to that person. So anything that you are giving in the relationship, make sure that if the relationship doesn't work out, you can say to yourself, you leave with your integrity, you leave intact, you leave with your pride, you leave with everything. You know that, hey, okay, it happens, we move on, you go left, I go right, we move our separate ways. All right? But do not invest, I'm begging you, please, do not invest anything in a dating relationship that you cannot get back. Do not invest anything in a dating relationship that you will regret. So think about it. Ask yourself before you give anything. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about intimacy, not just sex, but your closeness, how close you might get to the person. Not just for a spiritual purpose, but also for the sake of your mental health, your emotional well-being. You also, so you see how much things is at stake when you're investing all of these things. Your spiritual health, your emotional health, your mental health, all of these things are at stake. Because at the end of the day, you can't get it back. You can't take it back from the person if the person decides to move on or you decide to move on. And a lot of times it holds you with someone who is hurting you, either verbally or spiritually or emotionally abusive or even physically abusive. It holds to this person because you say, oh, I have invested so much into this person and into this relationship. I cannot leave because of all that I have given. I don't want to start over. You should never, ever, at any point in time in your dating relationship, feel like you cannot start over. You have invested too much, so you can't start over. No. You should always ensure that you protect your heart, you protect your body, you protect your integrity, you protect your pride, you protect your sanity, and most of all, you protect your spirituality, your salvation in all of this, your relationship with God. You want to ensure that all of those stuff, they are protected, they are locked away, so that at the end of the day, all of those things that you will be investing, it will be investing in your marriage and not in your dating. So be careful not to invest something that you cannot get back at the end of the relationship, or if the relationship should end. Now guys, a quick recap. Remember to ensure that your spiritual maturity is intact, your emotional maturity is intact. Ensure that you date with purpose. Be very clear of your intentions, and also be careful of what you are investing in relationship or in a dating relationship. Alright, now before you go, I know that some of you are leaving and you didn't subscribe, so go ahead, man, and click the subscription button and also click the notification bell. Now leave again your feedback in the comment section, just in case I missed something, just in case you want to share an idea with me, you want to share something on what I just said a while ago. Leave it in the comment section, man. And if you like the video, go ahead and click the like button. Also remember to watch my previous video on dealing with church earth on the link at the end of this video. So you perhaps seen the link already, so there's a link there, so just click that link and it will take you directly to that video. God bless you. Have a good day. Peace.